Smart automation, better business. Learn how to optimize your business with Solved.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben Fankhauser and I am with Solved Cloud, a Salesforce consulting firm that is ready and able to automate your business. And today we are diving into what's known as deep research in AI, and hopefully giving you a bit more insight into the risks that come with working and interacting with deep research. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, before we get into the risks of deep research, let's answer the question, what is it? Well, deep research in AI refers to the use of advanced AI systems or AI models, especially large language models and multimodal models, to assist in complex analytical work. These systems don't just retrieve information, they can interpret large data sets, draw inferences, synthesize knowledge, and even propose new ideas based on patterns in existing research. So essentially what deep research is you give it a prompt and then AI will take 5 to 30 minutes to scour the web, go grab all of the different resources, go to all the different websites, gather all that information, and then synthesize it for you in a nice summary and big document. A lot of times these responses come back into 10-page documents of, hey, this is the summary, these are my findings, these are the resources and the sources that are cited. So in essence, it's extremely powerful. While most AI prompting kind of results in an answer of the matter of seconds, deep research does take a lot longer, but it also goes and scours the web for a lot more resources. Like any powerful tool, deep research in AI introduces certain risks. So let's look at the 3 most widely recognized ones, or 3 that I find are very popular when talking about deep research. And these are ongoing discussions. People are continually having these discussions on these 3 big risks. So without further ado, let's get into the risks now that we know what deep research does, what it is, and hopefully this will enlighten you on how to use deep research in a safer way. And all right, risk number 1 is privacy and data security. And I don't think that this comes as a surprise to anyone, especially those in the tech space or those in business. Data and privacy is one of those things that everyone needs to talk about. And the reason it becomes a risk when using deep research is because in order to be effective, AI models need a large data set, need a large amount of data. And when using deep research is scouring the web for more data, scouring the web for more information to train its models. So the risk here is that if personal and confidential information are exposed or misused or show up on a place that they shouldn't show up, and deep research grabs that, now it's in their model. So when it comes to sensitive data and privacy, it's really up to us to responsibly protect that so that deep research doesn't go and, get its fingers into places that it shouldn't get. So I would think the responsible use of deep research tools requires secure data practices, strict access controls, and compliance with data protection laws like GDPR and HIPAA. Right, moving into the second risk that kind of plagues deep research. And this is commonly known as the black box problem. So many AI models, particularly deep research models, are difficult to interpret. This means that we may not fully understand how a model arrives at a particular output or recommendation. The black box problem can be summarized by 3 main issues. The first one is difficulty in verification. it's hard to verify the accuracy or reasoning behind the deep research agent's finding if the process isn't understandable. So a deep research agent is so complex that sometimes it's hard to verify the accuracy. That's the first one. The second one is the accountability gap. So assigning responsibility when an AI agent's research leads to errors or harm or ethical breaches becomes extremely difficult. Because AI agent isn't an actual human being, it's hard to apply the law to it, essentially. So there is an accountability gap. How do we assign accountability to a model? And number 3 is control issues. This can be summed up in the inability to fully understand or predict an agent's behavior makes it challenging to ensure it operates within intended ethical and safety boundaries, especially as autonomy increases. So as a model continues to get smarter and maybe act a little bit more human, it becomes less predictable. And so it thinks for itself, becomes less predictable. How do we control that? So those are the 3 things that kind of resonate into the black box problem. And it is a risk. It's a risk. If you don't know how the model's working, how can you verify the information that it's giving you? Right. Now on to the last risk and the final risk that we're going to go over in this video. And that is data integrity and bias risk. Now, what do I mean by that? What I mean is deep research has the ability to go and scour the web. Now, we do not know if deep research is looking for the best resources, the best sources, if they're going to Wikipedia or they're going to some unverifiable or unreliable source. Now, if they go to an unreliable source, you have essentially source contamination, which is agents are pulling from low quality and unvetted sources. That could be outdated, they could be biased, and they could be non-peer reviewed. And so what does that do to the output? What it does to the output is now you have a skewed output. Your output is skewed based off of the biases in the resources and the sources that the AI agent went and scoured the web for. So I think that this is very prevalent. People type in deep research, they type in a question, and then deep research comes back with all of the sources, and those sources may or may not be very good. So how do we mitigate it? Well, we mitigate it by doing really good prompting and by reviewing what the output is. If we're getting information from very unreliable sources that aren't peer reviewed or vetted, then maybe we don't trust it as much. Maybe we don't trust the output. So that is the third risk. And I would say there are 2 things to do. It'd be 1, build really good prompts that say, hey, we only want peer reviewed sources. We only want it from these different websites, etc. Go scour the web. And 2, you're going to have to use your brain. You're going to have to use, some common sense when you're reviewing the information so that you don't get misguided and you don't get misled. But I think the bias and the data integrity risk can be mitigated substantially by just us doing a little bit more work up front and a little work after. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, please smash the like button below. If you want to learn more about Salesforce and AI, please subscribe to the channel. We've got some wonderful videos by a lot of my coworkers and myself on multiple topics, a broad range of topics. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to help you automate your business. Please like, comment, or subscribe for more.